Well, by now, you might be tuning out those very nasty TV ad wars being waged between Governor Rick Scott and Charlie Crist, but you should not tune out the money behind all those ads. The companies and people who support the candidates give us some idea into what the winner's priorities might be over the next 4 years. In other words, follow the money.
Rick Scott.
$100 million could be spent on television ads alone in Florida's obscenely expensive governor's race. USF political science professor Susan McManus says it's unprecedented and disturbing.
The amount of money is what seems to be so troubling to the average voter.
But those rich corporate donors don't hand out all that cash for nothing. They expect at least a friendly audience with their candidate should they win. The two biggest donors to the Rick Scott campaign are MBF Healthcare Partners and Florida Blue, companies from the very industry he left before politics. Scott's biggest donors also include energy companies, including Duke Energy and their executives. For Charlie Crist, 4 of his top 5 donors are law firms and their partners, one from out of state. But even more money is pouring into the political action committees and parties.
Hello, California. Hello, delegates.
In Charlie Crist's corner, California hedge fund billionaire and environmentalist Tom Steyer. For Rick Scott, the even wealthier Koch brothers, Charles and David, whose giant energy company is in Wichita, Kansas.
So much money this election is coming in from rich people that don't even live in Florida, and that's also very disturbing to a lot of Floridians. They think they're trying to influence the state they don't live in, and people don't like that.
All these special interests have specific goals, whether it's to stop global warming or stop regulation. But most of what we hear at home are attacks on the other guy. When will it stop?
The stop is going to be when it shows that spending so much money on negatives doesn't work as well as it used to.
Dr. McManus also points out that all this money has failed to buy either candidate a favorable rating with the public of even 50%, and that is a first in a Florida governor's race.